want to share with you some of my shoes that I've accumulated basically the last decade of Balenciaga, when Balenciaga was cool, aka Nicolas Ghesquière era. I will do my best to be resourceful, to start by date, and to talk about collection. Nicolas Ghesquière's first collection was spring 1998. I don't have any shoes from his first collections up until spring 2003. This has to be one of my favorite pairs from him. These are from his Scuba collection, and they're supposed to be the Scuba Sandals. The pairing of the wooden heel and the raw leather with the buckles and the toe ring, they are so good, but they're so hard to walk on. If you can tell, they're basically new because I only wore them once for photos. Then we have the fall 2003 cutout boots with this little lace-up detail and the wooden heel. If you can see, they kind of look similar when it comes to the structure and the aesthetic. And then one of the most iconic seasons, in my opinion, and collections was fall-winter 2006. All brands were amazing in 2006. That is my favorite season all across many brands. I think it's kind of worth noticing that I was 16. I was an avid reader of Teen Vogue, and I was very influenced by all of the high fashion spreads. That's how I really got interested in many of these brands, but also the Olsens. The Olsen twins made these highly covetable. They were everything in a shoe that I would have ever wanted and dreamed of. I used to put protective tape so that I wouldn't damage, as if I was going to wear them a lot. I was very naive. Another pièce de résistance in my collection is also from 2006. These were so iconic that even Sam Edelman copied them and made their version with a quilted harness, but no, these are the Balenciaga harness boots. Mind you, these are not the runway version. These are the ones that went into production, even though they were limited quantity, and these are not that high, even though they're very high. But yeah, these are one of my favorites. And then spring 2007, I never fell into the Birkenstock trend. I don't own any Birkenstocks, but does this count? The insole is Birkenstock inspired. The heel is super high. I don't know if you can see, like, compared to my head. Yeah, they're so high. And this big chunky platform. These are the runway version. There's another version without the platform, and they're like a bit more wearable. The clasp right here is kind of tricky, but once you get the hold of it, I remember many of these, the black version and the brown version, or was it a sax? I think it was a sax. All of the clasps were detached, so I'm so happy those are still alive. I'm going to jump straight to one of my other holy grails, and that is pre-fall 2008, the Astro Girl boot. They are named the Astro Girl because Luxy Rare made me do it. If you are not that old, Luxy Rare was a blogger who owned the white version, and I also have the white version. Pristine condition, they are brand new because I basically only worn them for photos. A very thick wedge and a very pointy toe, and straps, they are so futuristic. Those are definitely some of my favorites. But the black ones I've worn a lot. And as an industrial designer that works in the shoe industry, I find these to be very interesting because when you wear them, they kind of collapse. All of this collapses, but to have a better hold of your arch and your foot, there is an inside boot. So if I wanted, I could just strip them off and I will have another boot. They are amazing and they are so comfortable. They're one of my favorites. Fall 2008. The runway version that I bought never made it to me. They were lost in the mail and they were silver with black and white and they were beautiful. I got the more wearable version. They're kind of cute, but they're not as striking as the runway version. There is another version though that I would love to get my hands on, and all of the heel looks like this mass of eyes. That is beautiful shoe. I wish I could get those. Another one from my favorite collections is Spring 2009. And they are so weird. These are the original Balenciaga sock boots because these are like a knitted lurexy material. But to understand the beauty of these sandals is that we have a plastic sandal underneath. There's also a strap here, but it's kind of impossible for me to show you. And the sock goes all over the sandal and is secured with this little hoof platform. They are so futuristic. I love them. Forgive me for the quick outfit change. I was wearing that blazer because I was wearing this perfume, which reminded me of doing this video because Balenciaga by Nicolas Ghesquière and the perfume, the vibe, the aura of it all was so French chic and cool and different. I love Charlotte Gainsbourg, who was the fake. Another one of my favorites is this pre-fall 2009 boat boot wedge. All of the beautiful details that are for like a dad shoe, but make it cool, make it Valenciaga. The look was very cool. Back then I tried to recreate it as well, and yeah, who wore it better? Another iconic shoe from my favorite duo, Pierre Lee and Nicolas Ghesquière, is this open-toe sock boot. And that's actually what they're called. Oh, never mind. These are actually my mom's, but don't tell her. They're mine. These are the badass street style shoe. They were very iconic because of street style photographers. That season, all of the editors were wearing it. They became iconic. What's next? And then spring 2010. These are so bad and so good and everything in between. The heel is perfection, a true work of art. This is covered in leather, so they're not plastic as these ones. These are plastic, fantastic, but these is covered in leather and it matches the leather on the heel, mid-calf, and then the open toe with this leather that has stripes on it. It's like printed leather, but it has a texture, and these stitched platform, I hope you can see better how they are. Look at that beauty. Look at it, look at it, look at it. It's freaking bats. It's freaking bats. I love Halloween. That collection, the campaign was amazing and I was a victim. It was catered to me. Fall 2011. The campaign was also beautiful. If we analyze, it's just a very simple pump. But then you add this hand-painted leather design. It's a very simple structure. The details make it somewhat new. You can justify a pair of pumps. The train. The motorcycle. What the fuck? That's rude. Spring 2012. These are so cool. You want to analyze these? They're just a simple pump with a square toe and a heel that has this little extra detail. But then you add this strip and you crisscross it and you add sticky, how that's called in English, but anyways. A very interesting pair of shoes that looks like a boot. Then you don't really know until you're trying to put them on. The thing that made this collection more interesting for some of us was the fact that all of the attendees of the runway were sitting on a bench in this beautiful place. The benches where they were sitting, they cracked, they fell. So they had to be standing up watching the runway. And then we have fall 2012. All of the editors during Fashion Week were wearing these boots, and yeah, I like that they're so different, but they're still very on brand for Balenciaga, Gisquière. Nicolas' last collection. These are the wave frill shoes. These represent the collection very well because all of the garments had that beautiful ruffle detail as the shoes have. But the shoes from that collection with the big cube heel, they were so beautiful. Fun fact, I ordered them and they never arrived. That's the thing when you order internationally and they never arrive. That's a sad story of many of the shoes in my collection. Am I missing something? These are other of my Gisquière era favorite sandals. I am not sure when they're from, but they're so beautiful. If I'm not mistaken, these came out with the Flora Botanica collection from that season. Hold on, are they pre-fall? I think they are pre-fall. I don't know, my heart wants to say these are pre-fall 2011 or maybe spring 2012. I don't know, but I remember I saw Kristen Stewart wearing these because she was the face of Flora Botanica, one of my favorite perfumes ever. And she was wearing these sandals for the interview that they did back in the days to launch that perfume. And she was wearing them and I was like, oh, I need them. And I got them. Again, another shoe that I don't know when they are from, but they have Balenciaga Paris branding, the same as all of Nicolas Gisquière era have. Chain that is very similar, like a bike chain or a watch link chain, I don't know, but they're so cool. And then, I don't know how to do this, but I will do it anyway. Fall 2013. They have the same Balenciaga Paris logo as when Nicolas Gisquière was designing there, but these are from the first Alexander Wang collection. I was furious because I liked Alexander Wang's designs, but I met him personally and I have a lot of opinions that don't go well with me supporting. And I was too attached to Nicolas Gisquière at Balenciaga that when they appointed Alexander Wang, I was destroyed, devastated, and because I wanted more Gisquière. But these shoes are actually pretty cool. I love the marble on marble on marble. They're marvelous. That intense toe cleavage, I love them, even though I was heartbroken by the news. And then they rebranded Balenciaga, like right off the bat, and all of the Alexander Wang era have this ribbon with the brand, with a different typo. These are the ballerinas that are the complement of the iconic bag that Nicolas Gisquière, the motorbike bag. A fun fact, where I worked in Paris, I saw the original motorbike bag. They did a great job at making that bag for the time. It was a great bag, but that was just a copy of a real motorbike to a T. Maybe the hardware that they used was better, was definitely a better choice, and it made it looks. But when it comes to the design of the bag, no, it had been done before. Alexander Wang era, they recycled the sock boot from Resort, what was it? Resort 2010. They made it into these boots, and it has very thin heel, and they are very pointy. Very similar to the Astro Girl boots, but not. And voila, I'm probably missing some. I thought I had more. Yeah, I'm missing something. Of course I'm missing something. I know I am missing some. There are others that I haven't got my hands on yet. Most of them are secondhand, some of them were never used, some of them were pre-loved. This has been a decade of me trying to source back all of those great collections from Nicolas Risquier. I do believe they made a great team. Him and Pierre D designing the shoes and making the whole collection cohesive. I was a big fan. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Until the next one, peace. And if you find a shoe from a collection that I didn't mention, let me know. I don't care the size. These are 36, these are 38 and a half, and these are 40. So I don't care. Just let